All right, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we're good. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. It's 2 outs in the top of the first. Apologize about the technical difficulties. All right, 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. And the 3-1 pitch by Sandoval, that's taken for ball 4. So Schwarber and Turner both struck out. And Harper got on via walk. So Patrick Sandoval on the mound. Sandoval throws a changeup. And has also been very sharp with his four-seamer, his slider, his sinker, and his curveball. All right, here's Alec Bohm in the first pitch. He swings and misses at that one for a strike. It was a changeup. Did that change this chat? Apologize. Nope, it's not working now. The 0-1, that's down low for a ball. All right, well, we won't be able to get the Ninja chat working. That sucks. Won't even play with it. Alec Bohm had a 370 average in the month of April. The 1-1, that's chopped foul. But the guy who had the best batting average in the month of April was John Kruk for the Phillies. Batted .407, and that was in 1992. So Schwarber struck out. Turner struck out. Harper walked. Bohm is up to bat. Count is 1 and 2. We're in the top of the first inning. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch. One is just on the outside corner for a called third strike. And there's 3 strikeouts by Patrick Sandoval. And we go to the bottom of the first in Anaheim. All right. What's going on, Mike? How you doing, man? How are you, my guy? I really can't understand why this chat's not working. Makes no sense. Yo. Even if I type on there, it's not going to come up. Yo, yo, yo. Keep this chat open. No. Is there a way I can refresh this? No. How about if we close it out and then we put it back up? Will it work that way? What's going on, Mike? How you doing, man? Let's see if it types now. That I just typed from Google. All right, so the bot's not working. Great. All right, we go to the bottom of the first. Nola Schanuel will lead things off. And then it'll be Joe Adell, Taylor Ward, Luis Rengifo, Matt Tice, Kevin Pillar, Mickey Moniak, Elihidre Aziana, and Zach Nato. So those are going to be the batters for the Halos. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Make sure you guys know when I go live and when I upload. All right, so on the mound today will be Zach Wheeler for the Phillies. Wheeler has been really good during the 6 starts so far. The first pitch to Nola Schanuel is taken for a ball down low at 94 miles per hour. So 1 ball, no strikes. Wheeler gets set, kicks, steals, and goes wide for ball 2. In 6 starts this season, he has a 2-3 record with a 1.93 ERA and 46 strikeouts, just 11 walks surrendered. 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. Schanuel batting .214 with a .302 on-base percentage and a .286 slugging percentage. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll make the count now 2-2. Phillies defensively have something a little bit different today. They got JT behind the plate, and Wheeler's on the mound. The infield, though, you got Harper at first. At second base, it's Merrifield, as the 2-2 is inside and low for ball 3. Then at third, it's Bohm. Sosa's over at short. And then the outfield, you got Schwarber in left, Pache in center, and Castellanos in right field. 3-2 on the way. Grounder, it over towards short. Sosa has it and throws over to first in plenty of time for the first out of the inning. Did my pen just die? No. All right, so a ground out to short. That's the first out. That'll bring up Joe Adele. Fortunately for the LA Angels, Mike Trout had to get a surgery on his knee. Adele batting .316 will stare at a strike on the inside corner at 95 miles per hour. And the count is 0-1. What's up, Bob? How you doing, man? The 0-1 on the way to Adele. Check swing foul ball. And it's an 0-2 count. Crew chief for this afternoon's game. We got Chat Whitson calling the balls and the strikes behind the plate. Paul Clemens over at first. Malachi Moore over at second. And Doug Eddings over at third. The 0-2 sails outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Joe Adele in the box. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled away. Phillies are in their gray uniforms. Have the gray tops, gray bottoms with the red Phillies on the front and red letters and numbers on the back. Angels are in their white and red uniforms, so it's pretty much the same thing except it says Angels in red on the front with the number just below that on the right side. The 1-2 is inside for ball 2. The 2-2 on the way by Wheeler. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And there's 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Decided to go with a slider that was just a little bit low. But Adele got fooled. And now it's Taylor Ward's turn to come up to bat. Just thinking that maybe he was going to go with a fastball there, but ended up working out really well. Taylor Ward's going to come up. Nobody on, 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Wheeler with the leg kick and the pitch and goes 94 on the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, man. Taylor Ward hitting .273 with a .496 slugging percentage and a .373 on-base percentage. The 0-1 on the way. That is just low in the eyes of Whitson. Looked like it was at the knees, though. Ward wearing his sunglasses as he's in the box, batting on the right side. And the 1-1 is fouled away. I just dropped my pen. Base is empty. 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Ward at the dish, batting on the right side. The 16th pitch of the inning by Wheeler. Here it comes. It's upstairs. That makes the count now 2-2. 2-2 on the way. That's just outside for ball 3. LeBron to the Knicks. What are you guys smoking? Damn. Full count to Taylor Ward. On deck is Luis Rengifo. And the 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. It gets by the catcher, though, and JT bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. So that is going to be a strikeout to Taylor Ward, but the Phillies are going to have to get an extra out. JT Realmuto, I mean, the pitch was out way down low and outside, but it got by him, and then as soon as he went to go get it, as it hit the backstop, he literally bobbled it. And I think he took his eyes off the ball. So they'll just score it as a wild pitch and nothing more than that. Here's Rengifo. And the first pitch, that's a called strike. It looked a little bit outside at 95 miles per hour. Do I like the City Connect jerseys? Honestly, I like them. I do. I'm getting used to them. The ball's one strike. And the 0-1 on the way. It's popped up, and it's going to go foul. So that'll make the count 0-2. Phillies were able to come back and win last night's game in the 9th inning. Got a big home run by Rojas and another one by Nick Castellanos. Phillies were able to win 7-5. The ball's 2 strikes, a runner over at first. And the 0-2 on the way. That's bounced foul over towards the first base side. Phillies were down 5-3. Going into the 8th inning, and then Bohm had an RBI single. And Castellanos came up, and he hit a home run to tie the game, and then Rojas gave the Phillies a 2-run home run to give them the lead in the top of the 9th. The pitch, line drive, base hit into left field. And there's a single by Luis Rengifo as he continues to hit the ball very well. And now it's Matt Tice's turn to come on up. I think I left my tissues. Nope, wait, here's one. Here's Matt Tice, who's hitting .316. Backing up for Logan O'Hoppe. 2 runners on. And the pitch, that's in there for a strike on the upper third of the zone. On deck is Pilar. And in the hole is Moniak, former Philadelphia Philly. The ball's 1 strike, and the 0-1. He went around, tried to check his swing, and he certainly did go. Now it's no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way, up high for a ball. I think I mentioned before that the Phillies won the first 2 games of the series, but I meant to say that they ended up winning just last night's game. The series is tied at 1 apiece. As the Phillies did have the lead in game 1. But the bullpen, Sir Anthony Dominguez blew it. The 1-2, up high. Another fastball at 95 miles per hour. We were so far in this inning with 27 pitches. Didn't have any traffic on the bases, and then was able to strike out Ward, but it was a wild pitch that would have him or allow him to go over to first base. Then Rengifo singled, and the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So 3 strikeouts. He had to get an extra out, Zach Wheeler, but we go to the top of the 2nd. No score in Anaheim. Phil should be stomping the Angels, says NS. What's going on? The Phillies got lucky that the Angels choked. Well, guess what? Then you should say the same thing, that the Phillies choked, or the Angels got lucky that the Phillies choked. Correct? It kind of evens out. That's what happens, man. That was in game 1. Correct? If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Wow. I'm still on a high from that game last night. I'm not going to lie. That was really awesome. I told everybody. I mean, they still have to win game 6. But even with the last 20 seconds, I said, can't count them out. You got to play all 48 minutes. That's what has to happen. That's how every game works, man. Mike says it's baseball. Yep. I agree. That's how it goes. Huh. We have some other games going on today. Actually, we have a couple of final scores. 2 of them are final scores. The Tigers ended up winning against the St. Louis Cardinals by a score of 4-1. The Brewers were able to beat the Tampa Bay Rays 7-1. Those are the 2 final scores today. The other 5 games that are going on, we got Minnesota in Chicago taking on the White Sox at 6-5 in the top of the 8th. Minnesota has the lead. JT is up to bat for the Phillies. He'll lead off the inning, and he stares at a curveball on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. Royals have a 2-0 lead in Toronto at the Rogers Center in the top of the 6th inning. And then Pittsburgh is trailing 2-0 out at the Oakland Coliseum. The next pitch, it's a little bit low, so it's a 1-1 count. Braves up 1-0 in Seattle as they finish out their series. The 1-1 on the way. Good pitch thrown by Sandoval. It was an off-speed pitch, but ended up being in there for a strike. And the Reds have a 1-0 lead out in San Diego in the top of the 2nd. 1-2 strikes the pitch. It was outside, but JT is able to hit that one into center field for a base hit. And Real Muto is able to get on with a leadoff single. After he bobbled the wild pitch, I guess that's one way to make up for it. Castellanos, there's his opposite field home run that he hit last night in the 9th to tie the game. That was clutch. And now he's up to bat now. Nick takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. It was a changeup. Merrifield waits in the on-deck circle. Castellanos hitting .193, has 2 homers and 9 RBI on the season. Still's looking for his first double. Led the team last year with 37 doubles. And the next pitch, he takes that one up high for a ball. It's hard to believe he didn't have a double in the month of April. And he's played every day. 1-1 strike. Runner over at first to end the pitch downstairs. Two balls, 1 strike. Nobody out in the top of the 2nd, and a runner at first. Sandoval with 27 pitches, and the 2-1 delivery. Swinging the line drive it out over towards left field. It's going back towards the track. It's off the top of the wall, and it is I think it is a foul ball. It is just barely foul. So that'll make the count 2-2. Man, Castellanos hit it hard. I thought maybe because the wall out in left field is so low, maybe it had a chance to go out. But the other question was it going to be a fair ball? And it was a foul ball. There's a female out there that had a cup of beer in her hands, and she was trying to flinch out of the way. 2-2 to Castellanos. Outside and high for ball 3. Got that Philly luck, JJ. Yep. Merrifield waits in the on-deck circle. Sometimes you just got to keep your calm and your cool. And just stick with your gut. The 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called right at the knees. A changeup. Nothing too fancy about it, but Patrick Sandoval has gotten all 4 outs via strikeout. There's the first out, though, of the inning. Now it's Whit Merrifield's turn. JJ, you got to believe. Merrifield in 209 with a homer and 2 RBI. Sandoval gets set and delivers. Throws a curveball that's on the upper third of the zone for a called strike. So the count is 0-1. pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. Mentioned before that Sandoval's ERA is at 6.33. Gave up 3 earned runs his last time out, with 4 strikeouts and in 5 2/3 of an inning. The 0-2 on the way. That's fouled off. We will beat the Braves this weekend for you. Which team do you root for again? Which team do you root for again? I'm just curious. 1 out in the top of the second. A runner over at first. And the 0-2 on the way, that's way outside. It was a changeup at 84. It's a 1-2 count. Sandoval's from Mission Viejo, California. And is 27 years old. You're a Dodgers fan. Or are you an Angels fan? The 1-2 pitch. That's fouled away. No, you must be a Dodgers fan. Angels. They don't play the Braves, do they? No. They play Cleveland. Angels fan. 1-2 pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit. And that's going to scoot the runner over to second base. And Adele, as he gets to it, will throw it in towards second. And JT stands at second. Good piece of hitting by Whit Merrifield. And now it's Edmundo Sosa's turn to come up to bat. Who's an Angels fan in L.A.? It's crazy. 2 runners on. Some traffic on the bases. And Edmundo Sosa, who's playing over at shortstop today. Turner is in the lineup. He's just the DH. But Sosa is batting on the right side. Then he takes a strike at the knees. Hitting just .313 this season with a homer and 2 RBI. The ball's 1 strike. JT leads off over at second, and the 0-1 is way inside for ball 1. Edmundo has 5 hits and 16 at-bats. One of them has been a double. The other one was a home run. He struck out 4 times in those 16 at-bats. Just walked once and also got hit by a pitch. The 1-2 is fouled away. Only Angels fan around here would be the Trout family. Yeah, I guess you're right. I was going to say maybe fans that are Shohei Ohtani, but then those are just Ohtani fans. But now, of course, he's on the Dodgers. 1-2 on the way. That's way outside for ball 2. Against lefties, Sosa has faced them 13 times. Just against righties, 3 times he has faced against them. But he's 5 for 13 against left-handed pitching this season. The 2-2 on the way. And that's fouled back towards the screen. Phillies have scored first in all 9 games during this road stand. And have done a pretty good job offensively. Bullpen not as strong. The 2-2 to Sosa. Here it comes. Another foul ball. That's going to go well behind home plate. So it's no score so far. We're in the top of the second inning. Patrick Sandoval has his pitch count at 42. 2 runners on, 1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Edmundo Sosa. And the 2-2 pitch just outside. Good take by Sosa for ball 3. And the count is full. On deck for the Phillies will be Christian Pache. He's batting in the 9th spot. Big pitch coming up. Let's see what happens here and who wins the battle. The 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Sosa strikes out. And there's the 5th strikeout of the day for Patrick Sandoval. Decided to go with, I believe it was a curveball that was just low. Another off-speed pitch. He got Castellanos to look at a changeup at the knees to get his first strikeout of the inning. So I noticed that he's been going to his off-speed pitches during those full counts. Christian Pache's turn to come on up. The first pitch he swings and misses at that one for a strike. Pache did get to face the Angels a couple of times when he was on the Oakland Athletics. No balls, 1 strike. JT over at second and over at first is Merrifield. The pitch is down low for ball 1. Phillies have an off day tomorrow. And then they'll be back home to face the San Francisco Giants for 4 games. Friday night's game will be on Apple TV at 6:40 p.m. 1-1. That looked inside, but it's a called strike by Chad Whitaker. Looks like it's hot out in L.A. .70 degrees. The 1-2. It's inside for ball 2. Phillies last night, as we mentioned before, they were able to put up 7 runs. The only 2 guys that didn't get hits were Harper and Marsh. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch by Sandoval. That's a breaking ball that's in the dirt. So that'll make the count full, and Kyle Schwarber waits in the on-deck circle. Daniel says he hates Apple TV. What's up, Grace? How you doing, Grace? What's up, DFJ? Payoff pitch coming up to Pache. Here it is. Down low for ball 4, and that's going to load the bases. So Pache walks. He's over at first. Merrifield goes over to second, and JT Realmuto is 89 feet away from scoring. And the pitching coach for the Halos is going to go out there to talk things over with Sandoval. Sandoval threw 20 pitches in the first, and so far in the second, he's thrown 30 pitches. All of his outs have been recorded by himself via strikeout. JJ, I'm still happy about the W from last night. I couldn't sleep. I had to cut those highlights, you know what I mean? But Carson Fulmer's getting loosened up now in the Angels bullpen. And Kyle Schwarber's coming up. Schwarber did have a 3-run homer in last night's game to put the Phillies up 3-0 in the top of the second. He has a chance to hit a grand slam here, though. One more than a 3-run homer. 2 outs in the first pitch to Schwarber is taken all the way for a strike right down Broadway. At least Apple TV, Apple Attack says you can turn the announcers off and have the radiocaster just put on JJ. He's right, baby. That's if you get it. The 0-1 pitch, that's low and away for a ball. But see, those are the types of games where I know that you guys don't like it, but those are the games that are great for us because we get more people to come on that way, you know? So it makes me happy. The 1-1 pitch that's in there for a strike. It's a slider at 87 miles per hour. So the count is now 1-2. Estevez did get the loss in last night's game. It's a little bit shaky the night before, and the Phillies were able to solve them last night. Hoffman got his 2nd save of the season. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 outs. in the top of the second. The leg kick and the pitch, and that's just barely inside. Sandoval was literally walking back towards the dugout, and Chad Whitson said, "Stay on the mound." Freeze. Everybody clap your hands. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded, and the 2-2 on the way. That's inside for ball 3. I don't know how these things come up sometimes, but they do. Schwarber does lead the team with walks. And this is a big pitch coming up here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases juiced. The pitch. Swinging the ground ball. Hit back up the middle for a base hit. Got past the shortstop. 2 runs will score. And it's now 2-0 Philadelphia. Neto did not get a good read on it. It just got by him. He tried to make a diving stop, and Kyle Schwarber comes through. Stopping over at third base for the Philadelphia Phillies, of course, is Pache, but Kyle Schwarber gets on with a 2-run single. How about that? He hit it sharply, and to be fair, it did hit the bag, but it didn't really take a weird hop or anything. Just misjudgment by Neto. First pitch to Trey Turner, and that's fouled back. So it was hit up the middle. Neto tried to go up the middle and then didn't realize that he kind of overdove for it. The 0-1, and that's down low and inside for a ball. Dude got 57 pitches in the second. 58 now, yes. What's up, Phillies Highlights? How you doing? Appreciate you for coming on. Runners at the corners, 2-0 Phillies. Turner's up to bat. He's the designated hitter today. And the 1-1, swing and a miss. Change up that was headed towards the dirt. And Neto just did not get a good read on that. Playing him right up the middle. I don't know why he thought that the ball was going to go over towards his left side, but he did. Maybe he was anticipating a weird bounce. Here's the 1-2, and that's fouled away. Doing well, man. Congrats on 2.1K. Much deserved. Appreciate it, man. I'll have to go check you out, my guy. Means a lot. It did hit the bag. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sandoval gets set and delivers and throws it low for ball 2. A fake throw over to second, and Schwarber steals second. Tice was trying to... Yeah, ended up having to fake the throw, and then Pache ended up staying put over at third. So that puts 2 runners in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Phillies playing some small ball. And the next pitch to Turner, fouled back. Thought maybe it was going to go up the middle, but he stays alive. Kyle Schwarber with a steal. How about that? Turner is 0 for 1. He struck out in the first to get the second out. On deck is Harper. The 2-2 to Turner. Popped up. Hit out over towards shallow right center field. And headed towards the alleyway is the center fielder who will make the catch. That's Mickey Moniak. And the inning comes to an end. Phillies do get 2 runs, though, on a 2-run single up the middle by Kyle Schwarber. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. We'll be right back. Cam's here. What's up, Cam? What's up, Katie? What's going on, Jackson? What's up, everybody? If you are new, if you're just coming in, you step into the door, you know what you got to do. You got to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Again, do your thing. But yeah, all right. What was I gonna say? I forget. We're in the bottom of the second. Phillies up 2-0 thanks to a 2-run single by Kyle Schwarber in the top of the second with the bases loaded. First pitch, and that's fouled away by Kevin Pillar, who's getting his first crack at it against Zach Wheeler. Sorry that our Ninja Chat's not working. And probably what I should do is put this up here. That's what I will do. The pitch, that's in there for a strike at 93 miles per hour. And the count is 0-2. Pillar batting 160 with a 290 on-base percentage. And the 0-2 on the way, that's outside for ball one. Time is called by Kevin Pillar, who is 1 for 11 lifetime against Zach Wheeler. He'll take a step back into the box on the right side with the bat just above his shoulder. And Wheeler gets set, kick, steals the pitch. Ground ball hit over to third, backhanded by Bohm. Flip over to first in time. Sidearm throw by Alec Bohm across the diamond with the sunglasses on. And he gets some smiles and some applause as well over at third. It was a nice play, too. Now it's Mickey Moniak, who will come on up to bat, hitting 150 with a homer and 4 RBI. First pitch he sees is a four-seamer just outside, but it's a called strike by Whitson. The ball is one strike. We were with 33 pitches, and the 0-1, here it is, up high for a ball. The 1-1 pitch, up high again. That time it's for ball two. Great to see. I need Trout to get a hit for my parlay. You're funny. Well, Larry, you lost. 2-1 pitch. That's fouled away. That's terrible. You know the guy's hurt. That's terrible. Wheeler has just faced the Angels 2 times throughout his career. The 2-2, up high again. It was a foot above the zone. First time he faced them was back in 2017. Of course, he faced them last year, too. 3-2 on the way. And it's popped up, hit out over towards shallow left field. Schwarber tracks it down with the sunglasses on, and they'll make the catch over towards the line. And there's 2 away. Last time he faced the Angels was on June 4th of 2022. He went 6 innings, allowed 2 earned runs on 6 hits, and he did have 9 strikeouts. 2 outs, bases empty. Free tickets for Sixers fans, free announcement. Hire Adrianza will step into the box, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Now, I did see that they are doing bricking for chicken throughout the whole game. I did see that on X. The 0-1 on the way, and that swung on and missed. It was a high fastball. And Adrianza just swung on and missed. He was late. Yep. No balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 2 outs. The 0-2 on the way, and that's fouled back. Don Staley also tweeted out last night that everybody has to show up. Everybody has to show up. No balls, 2 strikes. The leg kick and the next pitch. Ground ball foul over towards the first base side. The game tomorrow night is at 9 o'clock. That's when the the Sixers will play. Of course, we'll be calling it. The 0-2 by Wheeler. That's low and inside for ball one. It was a cutter at 89 miles per hour. Wheeler with just 42 pitches, 1 hit allowed, 3 strikeouts, in 1 2/3 of an inning. He's been winning the battle against Patrick Sandoval. The pitch by Wheeler. Here it is. Fly ball. Hit out over towards right field. Castellanos goes back towards the track, looks up, and it is gone. Ahire Adrianza hits it into the first row, took a high fastball, and just whizzed it on out of here. And it's 2-1. Honestly, it wasn't even like it was a bad pitch. It was up high, right over towards the chest level, and he just got it to go. So a solo homer. That makes it 2-1 Phillies in the bottom of the second. Here's Zach Neto, who takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. Bob says, bit late. Yeah. It's a bit late. It's definitely throwing off our schedule. 1-0 pitch. Line drive it out over towards left field, and that's going to drop in for a hit. Kyle Schwarber got over to it, and he's going to throw it over towards second, and diving in there safely is Neto. And he gets on with a 2-out double. Honestly, that ball was ripped out towards left field, and Schwarber, who is not the fastest runner in the world, he really did everything he could just to try to keep it out in front of him. Had to hustle, and the throw was not even close. So back-to-back extra base hits for the Angels. Tying runs over at second, and Nola Schanuel is up to bat, takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Nolan did ground out over to short, his first time up. Joe Adell waits in the on-deck circle, and the 1-0 sails low and away. Apparently there was an earthquake at Angel Stadium. 2-0 pitch. And that's fouled off. Luke Arcani just posted that on Twitter literally 2 minutes ago. It was reported at a 4.3, about 14 miles away. I guess that means that was 14 miles away at Angel Stadium. 2-1 pitch. High bouncer. Hit over towards first base. And Harper has it. Flips it over to Wheeler, who covers the bag in plenty of time. And the inning comes to an end. However, the Angels do get on the board on a solo homer. It was hit by Ahire Adrianza. And it's now 2-1. All right, what did RP say? DM me right now if you want a chance to win 76ers and Knicks tickets. Oh, he's doing a promo. Okay. I see what he's doing. Yeah. He's doing a promo. But I was just saying that there's also so they are doing brickin' for chicken throughout the whole entire game for tomorrow's game. They are doing that. That was something else that I did see. It's crazy. Yeah, Austin Krell tweeted out, the Sixers have announced that starting tomorrow during Game 6 of their playoff series against the Knicks, Chick-fil-A's Brickin' for Chicken promo will run throughout the entirety of the Sixers' home games. Oh, it's not even just for tomorrow. It's during the 2024 NBA playoffs. Somebody quoted, or I guess somebody from the promo team said, quote, "We experienced firsthand this season how Brickin' for Chicken has elevated the game day experience, bringing a high level of energy to not only the Sixers fans, but also the team. And that was Sam Quash, who is a Chick-fil-A owner. And he said, "We want to help do our part in making tomorrow night's game the best Philly atmosphere possible by extending the promo for the entire game. And we hope to create a true home court advantage." How about that? Bryce Harper's going to lead off the top of the third, and he fouls off the first pitch. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. The ball is 1 strike to Bryce Harper. The pitch to Bryce. Fly ball. Hit out over towards left center field, and going over towards the alleyway towards left center is the center fielder will make a catch, and that's Mickey Moniak. It was a little bit shallow, so he had to come running in over towards home plate. There's the first out of the inning. Phillies did send 7 men up to the plate in their top of the second. And now Bohm is coming up to bat. 1 out in the top of the third. And Bohm will send this one out to left center field, and that's going to bloop in for a single out just in front of Mickey Moniak. And now Bohm continues to hit the baseball very sharply. Braves now have a 5-0 lead out in Seattle. And the Royals are up 3-1. That game is in the top of the 8th. If you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. And that way you'll know when I go live. We are live for Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles games. There's JT. And he'll take that one on the outside edge of the plate for strike 1. It was a slider at 86 miles per hour. JT singled and scored a run his last time up. Scored on the 2-run single by Kyle Schwarber. Sandoval gets set and fires. It's upstairs. You think that Brickin' for Chicken is the best promo that Philadelphia has ever had? Or do you like the Hatfield Dollar Dog Nights? Because I still think Hatfield Dollar Dog Nights were great. I like them both. The 1-1, line drive foul. Over towards the left field side. What are some of the Eagles promos? Anybody know? One and 2 is the count. 1 out in the top of the third. Throw back to first, not in time. My chat working? Oh, my chat's working. There we go. Sorry, my chat froze on me for a sec. That sucked. 1 out in the top of the third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to JT, and that's chopped foul. Yeah, I saw that. Wait, Schwarber's playing left? I said that before. What's up, Butterfly? JT singled in the second, as we mentioned, scored a run. He's hitting .252 with a .427 slugging percentage. Sandoval gets set and throws it wide and high for ball 2. Sandoval has always had good stuff, just too wild. Yep. You're right. You're right. Where are you throwing the pitches? That's really what it is. 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called right down the heart and soul of the plate. It was a changeup at 82. And Patrick Sandoval has gotten 6 of his 8 outs be a strikeout. It's the first time that JT has gone down looking today. Each of the Phillies' 5 batters have struck out once. And here is Nick Castellanos. Actually, that's a lie because Harper did not strike out. So 5 of the 6 top batters for the Phillies have struck out once. First pitch is going to be taken for a ball by Castellanos. 2 outs, so runner at first. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Sandoval gets set just below the letters in the 1-0. Way up high again. He's been pretty wild. Not just during this game, but during the season, too. Seems like sometimes when he's just trying to fight with the batters, his pitches just get released a little bit high. 2-0 pitch to Castellanos. Here it is. Fly ball hit out over towards left field, and it is a foul ball. Just stays over towards the left side. It was a crazy night for Philly sports. We got 45 people on here watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, man. Turn on the bell icons. I'm so bummed that my chat's not working. 75 pitches for Patrick Sandoval. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And the pitch to Casty, swing and a miss. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called at the knees. Another changeup. Just landed at the knees. And the inning comes to an end. So the Phillies get 1 hit. And nobody can score as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Allergies have been really bothering me today, so. Zach Wheeler is back out there on the mound as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Do I think that Sir Anthony will be demoted this year? Well, he can't be optioned to the AAA because he's out of options. The pitch, that's swung on and fouled over towards the first base side. But will he be released by the Phillies? I think it's still early, man. I really do. The pitch. It's on the inside corner for a strike. Wheeler has thrown 51 pitches, 33 strikes, and 18 balls so far. The 0-2 to Adele. It's low and away. The 1-2. Down low for ball 2. It was a sweeper at 85 miles per hour. Adele is 0 for 1. 2-2 on the way, and that's outside for ball 3. Now in last night's game, Adele ended up going 1 for 4. Ended up doubling the center in his last at-bat. 3-2, ground ball, rolled over towards second base, sidearm throw over to first. And there's the first out of the inning. There's Ranger Suarez clapping and cheering on his teammates. Has a green, is it a wristband or is that a watch? Talk about ERAs in the MLB. Ranger and Spencer Turnbull are literally 2 of the top 5 guys in that category. First pitch to Ward is fouled away. The pitch. It's down low for ball 1. Flixie. What's up, Flixie? How you doing? Ward struck out in the first. Batting .270 on the season. And the 1-1 delivery. Line drive past the diving stop of Stott into right field for a base hit. Backhanded by Nick Castellanos on the ground. And he throws it over to second to try to cut it off. There's a single out to right field. Delivered by Ward. Now it's Luis Rengifo. Hitting .321. Did single in the first. And he has 2 homers on the season, 11 RBI to go along with that. First pitch is way outside for ball 1. Rengifo, by the way, is now on a 5-game hitting streak. He's had a hit in 6 of his last 7 games. The 1-0, lined foul. Oh, yeah, did I say stop? Sorry. Thanks. You're right. You're right. Merrifield. You're right. Can't believe I did that. Come on, man. Figured that was going to happen at some point. The 1-1 pitch, and that's lined foul. It's the one thing that's embarrassing about this. But that's how you grow, you know? Since when did Merrifield play second? Well, he's playing second today because of the lefty. 1-2 pitch. That's fouled away again. It's interesting how they decided to put Sosa in over at short. They wanted to keep Turner's bat today, have Schwarber play the outfield, and put Merrifield over at second. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball that's low. And the count is 2-2. Who's Nick? Oh, really, Nick? I see. 2-2 pitch. Way inside again for ball 3. And the count is now 3-2. Phillies up 2-1. They got a 2-run single by Kyle Schwarber in the top of the second inning. The count is full. The 3-2 pitch, fly ball, and that's hooking foul over towards the right field side, and that goes out of play. What's up, Jeevan Newts? How you doing, man? 7 pitches in this at-bat. 4 of them have been fouled off. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Luis Rengifo. 1 out, and the throwback over to first, not in time. Harper didn't even apply a tag because the base runner over at first was able to get back in there safely. Throw back to first again. No good. Not in time. Wheeler gets set at the letters and fires the pitch outside. And there's a walk allowed by Zach Wheeler. His first walk allowed on the day. Juventus is tired. I feel that. I definitely feel that. If you are new to my channel, I always like to do this for our baseball audiences, but where are you tuning in from? And what got you into baseball? Matt Tice is going to be coming up, stepping in on the left side of the box, wearing his red batting gloves. Looks back at second, and back to the plate, and fires a pitch that's inside. It was a cutter at 92 miles per hour. Zach is laboring today for sure. Yep. Lots of traffic on the bases, except in the first inning. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Good curveball thrown. It was headed towards the dirt. Doing good as well. Relieved that the Sixers were able to win their game last night in overtime. Relieved? That was a miracle. Tyrese Maxey literally turned into a god. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That's, honestly, that performance is going to go down. And I said this before. That's going to go down as one of the biggest playoff moments in Philadelphia sports history. 1-2 on the way. Strike 3 called on the outside corner at 95 on the gun. Wheeler comes up with his 4th strikeout and throws a picture-perfect pitch on the outside edge of the plate. That was a big strikeout there. He threw 21 pitches in the second, and 21 so far here in the third. Now it's Kevin Pillar's turn to come up to bat, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. So no balls, 1 strike to Kevin Pillar. 71 pitches for Zach Wheeler as he looks back at second and fires the pitch to the plate. 96 on the outside corner. That makes the count now 0-2. Pillar's hitting .250 in his last 10 games versus the Phillies. The 0-2 on the way. Ooh, should have got the call there, but he did not. So that makes the count now 1-2. It's just on the outside edge, too. Surprised he didn't get that call because Whitson's been doing a pretty good job at calling that a strike. 2 runners on, 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch by Wheeler. It's popped up. And backpedaling is Whit Merrifield as he gets under it. And he'll make the catch over on the edge of the infield, right in front of the outfield grass. And that's the end of the inning. So no runs, 2 men left. We go to the top of the 4th in Anaheim at Angel Stadium. I had to turn. Let me see what Phillies highlight says. I had to turn the game off in the beginning of the 4th. We're talking about last night's to give my son a bath. Then got 20 texts from my friends saying they won. I wasn't happy I missed it. I'm telling you. I'm not saying that this is you. You know, I know somebody that was at Game 5 of the NBA Finals back in 2014. Okay? And there was a minute to go. People were filing out of the stadium, and he decided, as crazy as he was, to go down a couple of rows into like the first section, and he literally almost had. He was like in the fifth row or something, and he got to see Allen, of course, hit the shot and watch overtime. So that was really cool. But I'm not saying that that's you. I would be bummed if I missed that. You should have heard me. I said on the stream, I said it's not over. Got to play all 48 minutes. Jay, what's up, Jay? Live in Maryland. Been following Turner and Harper since their days with the Nats. Schwarber too? That's cool, man. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And again, if you are just new to our channel, my name is Jason Joseph. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. Started this channel about 14, 15 months ago. And we've been calling Phillies, Eagles, and Sixers games on here. It's really what we do. We're a play-by-play channel. We do it radio-esque. That's why it's called Play-by-Play with JJ. Whit Merrifield steps into the box and takes the first pitch for a strike. Singled in the second and also scored a run. The 0-1 delivery way up high for a ball. Kind of shot that Sandoval's still out there. Actually surprised that Sandoval has been able to pitch through the innings that he has pitched. 1-1 pitch on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. You know, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, and somebody said in the chat that Sandoval is good stuff. I think that was, it was Phillies highlights. Yep. The 1-2 to Merrifield, swing and a miss. Just like that, he is good stuff. But sometimes it's about where you locate your pitches, and Sandoval is able to get his 8th strikeout of the day. That's also the 3rd batter that he has struck out in a row. But brings up an interesting level of conversation because sometimes you wonder, who's working with these different pitchers, because some of them really are really smart. And you can see just differences in their mechanics when they're on different teams or even at different levels. First pitch to Sosa is in there for a strike. It was a curveball, and the 0-1 pitch way down low and inside. Sosa had to dodge out of the way. But we talk about Jose Alvarado a couple of years ago where he just did not have his stuff, and then he went down to AAA. They worked with him in the minors, and he came back, and he was arguably the best reliever in all of baseball. 1-1 pitch, ground ball, diving stop over at third base. The flip over to first across the diamond in time. Bang, bang play by Adrianza. He just shot up like a cannon right after he dove, making the diving stop. It was really awesome. 8 strikeouts in 3 1/3 of an inning, but 83 pitches. It's pretty insane. It is. First pitch to Christian Pache is called a ball. It was in there for a strike. Yeah, 8 strikeouts, 1 ground out. That was the first ground out he had today. And 2 flyouts. Next pitch. Actually, that was really the second ground out. They didn't count that one. 1-0 pitch. And that's popped up, hit out over towards right field. Adele gets underneath it and catches the can of corn for out number 3. Bottom of the 4th we go. 2-1 Phillies lead on 4 hits. And they'll be back. That was Pache that popped out to right. But, I bring that up because you wonder how would he do on the Phillies? I really think that if the Phillies were to get him, they could really, really help him out with his pitches. And he could become an ace. You know, Brandon Marsh, his batting average was not so good with the Angels. And he was looked upon as a high prospect before Kevin Long and the Phillies were able to play around with his hitting mechanics. And now he's one of the best hitters on the team. It's just funny how it works. You know, sometimes when you get drafted into an organization and you don't have the right scouts or the right coaches, that all impacts everything. You know? Sometimes players are really just drafted into the right system for them. And I don't really think we talk about it that much. Yeah, that's a good point. Caleb could turn his career around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. We don't really talk about it, you know? The score's right. It's 2-1. Pun TV, what's up? How you doing? No, you're good. You're good, my guy. You're good, Mike. All right, we're in the bottom of the fourth. And the bottom of the order is due up to bat versus Mickey Moniak, facing against his former ball club, and he takes the first pitch by Wheeler way outside. Mickey just hitting 148 with a homer and 4 RBI. And the 1-0 pitch, and that is fouled back. Moniak is now 25 years old. And the 1-1 delivery is just up high for ball 2. Coming into today, he's never faced Zach Wheeler before. That would actually make sense. Because even when Wheeler was not on the Phillies, he was on the Mets. 2-1 pitch. Fouled back. He seems like he's 30. Yeah, I mean, like, when you put it into the perspective of 25, it's like, wow. 2-2 pitch. That's down low for ball 3. It's also funny to me, too, because you kind of think about that with some of these other guys, like J.P. Crawford. J.P. Crawford, for example, I think he's, 27? 3-2 pitch, that's fouled back. Let me double check that. How old is J.P. Crawford? J.P. is just 20. Yeah, he's 29. He's 29. I remember when he was a prospect with the Phillies. Payoff pitch coming up for Wheeler. Here it comes, and it's a foul ball at 94 miles per hour. That's how fast the four-seamer was. Moniak had one of the best spring trainings in 2022 a Phillies player has ever had. And you're not wrong about that. He ended up getting hurt, I remember. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. Not that deep, though. Schwarber tracks it down as he backpedals, and he'll make the catch, and there's one away in the bottom of the fourth. Whatever happened to pinch hit extraordinaire Nick Williams? Nick Williams. That's a good question. Hire Adrianza hit a solo homer in the second and also made a nice diving stop over at third base as he takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. That's an interesting question. The 0-1 is chopped foul. Williams, he's now 30 years old. He's in the KBO. Actually, is he in the KBO this year? No, but he was in the KBO last year with the Hanwha Eagles. Had a 244 average with 9 homers and 45 RBI. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. The leg kick and the pitch by Wheeler on the outside corner. Called strike 3 at 93. Decided to go with a cutter. And Wheeler gets his 5th K of the afternoon. Those are big sunglasses on Rob. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. And now it's Zach Neto's turn. I was thinking about Aaron Altair, too. Yep. I think Aaron Altair was on the Phillies at the wrong time. I really do. Same thing with Maikel Franco. First pitch is inside for a ball. Zach Neto doubled in the 2nd. Ended up going 1 for 1. And the next pitch is on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. Cesar Hernandez was another one of those guys, too, that was just, like, he was a nice player, but, again, on the Phillies at the wrong time. The 1-1 on the way. Popped up. Hit out over towards shallow center field. Merrifield gloves it over his cap, and I'll make the catch. And the inning comes to an end. 1, 2, 3 go the Halos, and it's time to go to the 5th inning. Phillies up 2-1. Freddie Galvis and Cesar Hernandez, too. Yep. Now, Cesar, in case you're wondering, he's now 33 years old. He hasn't retired yet, but he's considered to be a free agent. Played for the Nationals in 2022. Was also on the White Sox and the Guardians as well. Imagine Altair on this team instead of Pache. Pop and athleticism off the bench. I know. But Pache's good. Like, he really is. I think that I like what he could do. I really do. But Aaron Altair would be nice as well. If you are new, we have 57 people on here. Let's get to 100 likes, man. If you have not hit the thumbs up button already, I would really appreciate it if you guys did do that. I'm a Rojas guy myself. I like Rojas. Notice how Rojas is not getting keyed anymore because he's hitting. I told you it would come around. You remember when Adam Hazley robbed Galvis on a home run? I don't remember that. Adam Hazley. I forgot all about Adam Hazley. But yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon, and that way you'll know when I go live. I remember Kyle Drabeck. I remember Dominic Brown, of course. Who else? I remember a lot of them. Freddie Galvis. Cody Ashe, another one. Shout out to Cody Ashe. Here's Kyle Schwarber. And he takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Kyle. Sandoval out there for his 5th inning of work. The leg kick and the pitch on the outside corner for a called strike at 94 miles per hour. Is this a new nickname? Never saw it before. What a new nickname? John Mayberry Jr. Yep, I remember John. Schwarber had a 2-run single in the 2nd and also stole a base. I remember John Mayberry Jr. 2-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. Now, Michael Bourne and Chad Durbin were in the Phillies broadcast booth. They were a part of a rotation last year along with Kevin Franson. Or 2 years ago, I should say. Now it's Kevin Stocker. 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called at the knees at 95 miles per hour. And Schwarber strikes out looking to start off the 5th inning. Oh, sorry about the scoreboard, guys. My bad. We'll change that right now. Trey Turner, who takes it low. It was a slider at 86. Trey's 0 for 2. He's the designated hitter today. He struck out and flied out. In case you're wondering, the Braves lead at 5-1 in the top of the 7th in Seattle. There's 2 outs. And the Padres and the Reds are tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Padres are up to bat with 2 outs and nobody on. Next pitch, that's in there for a ball. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out in the top of the 5th. 2-1 Philadelphia. And the 1-1 on the way, that's way outside for ball 2. With all the excitement last evening, I didn't realize that the Phillies were even on today. Yep. They were on last night, too. They ended up coming back and winning in the 9th. 2-1 pitch. It's fouled back. Castellanos had a 2-run home run to tie up the game. And Yohan Rojas ended up getting a home run to give the Phillies a 7-5 lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch popped up, looped out over towards right, and Schanuel gets under it, and he'll make the catch. And there's 2 away. My bad. Castellanos hit a solo homer to tie it up in the 9th, and then Rojas had the 2-run homer. It went 390 feet. Remember Peter Borges? I think I just butchered that. Nope. I remember him. Great defensive player. Him and Joe Saunders. 2 former Angels. Or Michael Saunders. Saunders played for the Angels, right? I remember he was on the Mariners. Bryce Harper. Take the first pitch. Just at the knees for a called strike. Michael Saunders. I also remember Rob Barajas. 0-1 just misses outside for a ball. Saunders is now 37 years old. I didn't know that. No, he just played for the Mariners, the Blue Jays, and the Phillies. That was it. I thought he played for the Angels, too. Retired as a Blue Jay, was an All-Star in 2016 with the Blue Jays. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Base is empty. Harper's up to bat. And the next pitch, looked a little bit outside, but it's a called strike at 88 miles per hour. If you are new, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button, man, and that way you'll know when I go live. My name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. The 2-2 on the way to Harper. That's low and away, and that probably should have been ball 4. Patrick Sandoval still on the mound, 101 pitches. It's 4 2/3 of an inning. Bohm waits in the on-deck circle. He's been an RBI machine over the last couple of weeks. 3-2 pitch. And it was down low, but it's a called third strike, and Harper is not happy with Chad Whitson and has every right to be angry. Still having some words with him, wants an explanation. And that's the end of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-1 Philadelphia. Strike box extended. Dave Dombrowski for Sandoval now. Well, we don't need him, man. But the way that our starters have been going, seriously, we've been doing great. Every one of those strikes was a ball on the graphic. Yep. Phillies Highlight says, no, I know. But still, like any other year, sure. This, Chad Whitson. That's why I keep saying his name. We got 67 people on here. Let me ask you guys something, all right, as we go to the bottom of the fifth. All right. I'm trying to, like, come up with different types of questions every time that we do this. It's been a little bit tough, though, because we've been, two sports have really been colliding. But anyhow, I wanted to ask you guys, if you remember your first ballpark experience, what was it like? Who'd you go with? And what stood out to you about it? I do remember going to the vet one time. I don't really have a lot of memories about that because I was so young. But the first ballpark experience that I do remember, the one that I do remember most vividly, was back in 07. First pitch to Schanuel. It's a line drive head out over towards right field. Castellanos gets over towards the wall, and Nola Schanuel gets on with a leadoff double. So Zach Wheeler throws a fastball right down the pipe, and Schanuel leads off the fifth inning with a double. In 07, I was actually a part of the Junior Phillies Club. And I was really fortunate because I was selected as one of 30 Phillies Juniors Club members to go onto the field. And I got to be able to pitch to Joe Blanton and Chad Durbin at the time. That was really awesome. Cameron Ruff and Andrew Knapp. Cameron Rupp, yep. I remember him. 0-1 pitch. It's going to get away from JT. It was outside and low, and the runner is going to go over to third. So the tying run's 90 feet away from scoring. They were going to score that as a wild pitch. JT probably should have been able to backhand that. And Adele is up to bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adele's 0 for 2 today. A runner over at third. That's the tying run. Wheeler looks back at third, and the 1-1 pitch is inside for ball 2. JJ, I got some trivia for you. Who was the Phillies infielder that got us the win against the Reds in the 17th inning? That was Wilson Valdez. Of course I remember Wilson Valdez. That was awesome. Watch that whole game. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as the batting helmet comes off of Joe Adele's head. He grabs it. Takes his bat, puts it in his right armpit. And the bat boy comes out. Couldn't tell what that was, but he gave him something. Maybe it was a piece of intercom equipment or something. I don't know. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out. We were trying to get out of the inning. 93 pitches. And he doesn't even have an out recorded in the 5th. The pitch that's fouled back. I went to the vet, and Tomas Perez hit a walk-off single. I was very young. Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Adele in the box. The 95th pitch by Wheeler. Here it comes. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says, yes, sir. Sit down. 6 strikeouts for Wheeler. It most certainly did go. That was a big out there. Matt Strom is getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen. And I wonder if this is going to be Wheeler's last batter. Taylor Ward is in the box, and the pitch. Line drive it down the right field line is a foul ball. Thank goodness. I remember Oro and Elliot. What's up? I remember going to some games as a child because my mom would sometimes get free tickets. The thing that I remember was that it was hot. That makes a lot of sense. The 0-1. That's low and away for a ball. And again, in case you are just new to our channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We're live for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. Infield playing in towards the infield grass. The 1-1 pitch on the outside corner for a called strike 2 at 96 miles per hour on the radar gun. Ward is 1 for 2 today. Over at third base is Nola Schanuel. He got on the first pitch of the inning. He hit a double out to right. 1 out. And the 1-2 way outside for ball 2. I was a big Mark McGwire fan until I heard that he did PEDs. Makes a lot of sense. Bailey Brooks, thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 on the way, and that's fouled off. If you did just subscribe, comment who you are down below. Eric Kratz, and his turkey bacon commercial. Can't forget about Matt Vierling and the car commercials. Those are the best. 2-2 on the way. And there's a breaking ball. That's low for ball 3. Now you see the Cure Auto Insurance commercials, the one with Kyle Schwarber and the Tyrese Maxey one. I think those are really corny. And Maxey also has a car commercial too. And Bean, I don't think has ever had like a local TV commercial. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Or has he? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know down below. Payoff pitch coming up. Here it is. Line drive caught over at third by Alec Bohm. And Bohm freezes for a second. He's like, yep, I caught that, right? And he looked back into his glove and was like, yep, I did. And he smiled. It's not about how hard you hit it. Sometimes it is about where you hit it. And that one just landed right into Bohm's glove. It's like a hot potato that was just launched right at him. Here's Rengifo, and Wheeler will face him. Takes the first pitch way up high for a ball. Luis singled and walked so far today. And B had one recently in the barbershop. Was that for a local commercial, or was that national? Because I've seen him in Gatorade commercials. The 1-0 pitch is inside and low for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. A runner over at third. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 2-0 pitch, here it comes. Chopped foul over towards the first base dugout. This has been one of the most laboring pitching duels I've ever seen, says Phillies Highlights. You're not wrong. This is definitely Wheeler's last inning. There's no doubt about it. 105 pitches. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. A runner at third. And the next pitch, line drive, hit over towards second. And it's caught by Merrifield just above the dirt. And the inning comes to an end. So Wheeler gets some help from the defense. And he goes 5 innings, allows 5 hits, 1 earned run. We go to the top of the 6th. Bohm will lead things off when the Fightins return. All right. How do we do that? I don't know, man. It's crazy. We got 65 people on here. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. If I don't get to all your chats, I do apologize about that. Don't take it personally. I have to remind people on here about that. Because our channel's growing. You know what that means? That means that the more people that we get on here and the more people that engage in conversation, that means that we're having a good time on here and we're having really cool conversations. And I think that at the end of the day, that's what makes baseball so special, right? It's about the storytelling, but it's also about like, yeah, you have a little bit of some downtime in between pitches, but it's conversational, right? Like when you go to the ballpark with your friends, you watch the pitch, and then you can just have a conversation. And it's more of a laid-back type of a thing. And that's what I think makes this so cool. And the fact that we're taking this on the digital airways and we're making it even more personable and making more connections. That's really awesome, you know? So digital media, I've noticed, has really been a blessing from that perspective. So it's like radio, but, you know, we get people involved. And if you just subscribe to my channel, comment who you are down below if you would love to do that. Or if you would like to do that. I'm going to take a sip of water. Phillies have put up 2 runs in this game so far. It was on a 2-run single by Kyle Schwarber in the top of the second with the bases loaded. Here's Hunter Strickland as he comes in for the Halos. In 10 games, he has a 3.09 earned run average in about 11 2/3 of an inning. He's just allowed 1 homer this season, and batters are hitting .209 against him. Here's Alec Bohm, and the first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Phillies highlight says I caught Johnny Peralta's home run at CBP against Adam Morgan, and I gave it to a young Phillies fan. Kind of wish I kept it now that I have a young son. Oh, here's the pitch to Bohm. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field. It's going back towards the track, and making the catch is Moniak right at the wall. Bohm just missed a home run. As he goes back to the dugout, he was over at second and started jogging back over towards the first base side. And there's one away. Took it for a ride, but just missed it. Well, but in the moment, you did what you felt like was right. You know what I mean? There's JT, who takes a ball way outside, so Strickland. Behind in the count here, 1-0. Mariners just put up 2 runs, I believe, in their bottom of the 7th. I think it was 5-0. 1-0 pitch. That's on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. It was actually 5-1. Mariners actually got 1 run back. It was on a Polanco single. Polanco has 2 RBI singles on the day for them. The 1-1 popped up, hit over towards the first base side in foul ground, and Schanuel just barely runs out of room as it goes into the first row. And he'll have to walk back over towards the first base bag. 5-2 Braves, yep. According to Jay on Twitter, he said that the Sixers will be wearing their blue Icon Edition jerseys for Game 6. How about that? 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. And JT has gone down looking for the second time today. That's the second out recorded in the top of the 6th by Hunter Strickland. Well, these bats definitely need to start waking up. They really do. The Castellanos will have a crack at it against Hunter Strickland. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. Just inside at 95. But he was late. Twins ended up winning their ball game 10-5 in White Sox land. Max Kepler and Jose Miranda hit 2-run singles to put the Twins ahead in the 7th. The pitch, and that's fouled away. Lots of offense in that game. The ball's 2 strikes. Phillies have an off day tomorrow and come home to face the San Francisco Giants for 4 games. The 0-2 pitch, here it comes, and that's fouled back towards the net behind the plate. Phillies will be on Apple TV on Friday night, and then They are also going to be the Sunday night baseball game at 7 o'clock on Sunday night. The ball's 2 strikes. 1 second left on the pitch clock, and there's the 0-2. It's dribbled foul. And the count still remains at 0-2. That fight was crazy between Bryce Harper and Hunter Strickland. It was really wild. Castillo went 3 for 4 last night with a solo homer to tie it up in the 9th. The 0-2 on the way, and that's outside for ball 1. Still was looking for his first double on the season. And again, he led the team in doubles last year with 37. 1-2 pitch. That's fouled away. Who was the Phillies pitcher who didn't need the pitch clock when he pitched and opposing batters hated to face him? Pitcher who didn't need the pitch clock? Ranger Suarez. He doesn't really need a pitch clock. He has a fast delivery. What's up, Rich? How you doing? Thanks so much for stopping by. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty in the 1-2 pitch. Way outside for ball 2. And way down low as well. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is outside for ball 3. And that'll make the count full. Not by much, though. On deck is Whit Merrifield. And we have a timeout called very quickly. It was by Strickland. 8 pitches in this at-bat. 4 have been foul balls. The Angels, by the way, are 14-7 against the Phillies. All time. First time that they played was on June 9th of 2003. Phillies ended up winning that game and shutting them out 3-0. Jim Thome had an RBI single and also hit a home run. Rollins also hit a home run, too. Pitch to Castellanos, strike 3. And, well, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies still up 2-1 as Matt Strom is going to come on in relief and take the baton from Zach Wheeler. Okay. In that game, by the way, that I was talking about, Thome, yeah, he went 2 for 4. Mike Lieberfall went 2 for 3 in that game. And Vicente Padilla got the win. Went 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, and just had 2 strikeouts against the Angels. And if you remember that team, that was when the Angels had Adam Kennedy. They also had David Eckstein, Troy Glaus, and Garrett Anderson. And Benji Molina, too, were on that team. Of course, K-Rod was there, too. Troy Glaus. Oh, man. Didn't he also do steroids? Did he? Garrett Anderson had one of the best batting stances. He did. Starlin Castro's in the Atlanta League. Wow, I didn't know he was still playing. Castro's one of those guys that really had quite a career. He came up at such a young age, was supposed to be like the next big thing, and he had a solid career overall, but he was really highly touted. And people forget this, but he was not on the World Series roster. So, It's 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Angels have not scored a lot on the offensive side. They trail 2-1. Matt Strom's going to pitch. And Matt Tice steps into the box on the left side, and the first pitch is on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. So Strom has a 1.64 ERA in 11 innings of work, 16 strikeouts, just 1 walk allowed, which is impressive. The 0-1, and that's fouled away. So no balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Tice batting .286. Has 3 RBI on the season. He's playing for Logan O'Hoppe today, who has the afternoon off. The 0-2 is up high for a ball. Ron Washington, of course, the manager for the LA Angels, is now 72 years old. It's hard to believe that. 1-2 pitch. Line drive played on a bounce over at third by Bohm, and the throw across the diamond is in plenty of time for out number 1. Whatever happened to Addison Russell? He just struggled, man. He just regressed. He's in the Mexican League as of now. But yeah. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Played with the Cubs for 4 years. Won a World Series with them, of course, in 2016, and that was his all-star season. But yeah. Sometimes that happens. 1-0 pitch. That's fouled away. Baseball's tough, man. You know, I think that baseball is one of those sports where it is so hard to not only make it to the majors, like not only to make it to college, not only to make it to high A or double A or triple A, but really to make it to the majors and to just be consistent. You know? The 1-1 pitch. That's inside for ball 2. Pilar, who's at the plate, as we mentioned before, he's 0 for 2 today. Sorry, I got distracted because there was a spotter there. I couldn't tell what he was looking at. 2-1 pitch, sky high, hit over towards the first base side, and Harper lost it. He had to battle with the sun, and he slipped, and he could not make the catch. And Pilar still has life to him. Was just in front of the Phillies dugout and slipped. Actually did not have his sunglasses on. So Pilar still has life. It is sunny out there, man. It really, really is. That would have really been tough to catch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strom gets it. The letters, kicks, fires the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Pilar strikes out, and there's 2 away. Just going to mention that Kevin Pilar is hitting .255 or .248 against the Phillies in 54 games in his career. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And here's Mickey Moniak, who will take a strike just on the outside corner. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Hitting .145 on the season for the Halos. Strom gets the signs, delivers, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Mickey has just faced Matt Strom once, and he had an RBI single off of him. The 0-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts for Matt Strom as he does his little skip celebration as he heads back to the dugout, and the Phillies are coming back up to bat as the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels. Phillies coming up to bat when they return. I always get confused because I always think to myself, I'm going to a break, but I'm not. I remember doing a highlight video for Oscar Mercado. I remember him when he was picked up by the Phillies. In a few days, he was traded. I have another story. I have a story to one-up you. Okay? Somebody that I know was doing a graphic or had to make a very quick graphic for Good Morning Football. So I used to intern at NFL Films, and somebody had to literally had a graphic that was up that was talking about who was it? It was wasn't Kirk Cousins, but it was somebody else. It was another quarterback. Okay, and literally, as she put the graphic up about the quarterback, that quarterback got traded. And she had to immediately change the graphic. Literally, as soon as it was reported, it wasn't Adam Schefter. It was by Ian Rappaport. She had to change it, and it was really crazy. But you know, when you're on live TV, when it's live to tape, just like this, man, got to be on your toes. Everything is a big deal in the moment. So, but yeah, I do remember that. That was crazy. Dude had one PA plate appearance and he struck out. Oscar Mercado, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely bad luck. Amir Garrett's going to come in for the Angels. Has just pitched in one game this season. Has allowed a walk, has a strikeout. And opponents are batting .333 against him so far this season. That is a beautiful waterfall with the rocks out in left center. First pitch to Merrifield is inside and low for a ball. Was it Nick Foles? It wasn't Nick Foles. It was somebody else. Amir Garrett's now 31 years old. He's 6'6". And that is a birthday literally in 2 days. So happy early birthday to Amir Garrett. The pitch. That's inside and low for ball 2. He has 10 siblings. Wow. That's unbelievable. Next pitch is inside and low for ball 3. 3-0 pitch by Garrett. That's down low, so a straightaway walk allowed to Whit Merrifield. That's the second time today that he has reached base. Garrett was on the Cincinnati Reds and the Kansas City Royals. Ended up playing college basketball for St. John's before pursuing a full baseball career. Ron Washington's going to go out there, and that's going to be it for Amir Garrett, I think. Or is he going to talk to him? I think he's just going to talk to him because of the 3-batter rule. Yeah. Usually, like, when the manager goes out now, it's usually just to pull him, but I figured, well, you can't take him out because of the 3-batter rule, so it's probably just a conversation. Ended up getting drafted in 2011 and made his debut 6 years later. Edmundo Sosa will come on up, and the first pitch was outside, but Whitson calls it a strike regardless. Sosa's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out. Or a ground out, I should say. The 0-1, that's on the outside corner for a strike. I hope Kingery gets some MLB playing time one of these days. Well, it's probably not going to be on this team because they're stacked at almost every position. The 0-2 on the way. Strike 3 called right at the knees, and Sosa chirping with Chad Whitson. Just going back to the first pitch, and Amir Garrett records his first strikeout on the afternoon. See that again. I mean, it was a good pitch, but Sosa, of course, has every right to complain about the first pitch. But again, it's been kind of like that today. Garrett looks back over to first and certainly fooled me, but Merrifield just dives back in there safely. Yeah, I could see him getting picked up by the Rockies or Marlins if we let him go. Yeah, that could happen. It's Christian Pache who takes a strike. It's a slider at the knees for strike one, and Merrifield just jogs over to second base without a throw. Rengifo was laughing. Yeah, he ran, and then as soon as it was caught, he just jogged. The 0-1 on the way. Sails high and away for ball one. It's now 6:11 p.m. Eastern Time. This game is about 2 hours old. Christian did walk in the second. He's 0 for 1 today. The 1-1 that's at the knees at 95 for strike two. Throughout his career, coming into the season, he's 13-19 with 376 strikeouts and a 4.95 ERA. The pitch on the way. It's now a 2-2 count. So he's been at the big league level for 7 years. Base hit could give the Phillies some insurance for now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pache in the box. 1 out. A runner at second. The next pitch, swing and a miss. And Garrett wins the battle as he records his second strikeout in a row. And Kyle Schwarber's going to come on up to the plate. If you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. Algo gang, do your thing. We got 60 people on here. Let's get to 100 likes, baby. Kyle Schwarber had a 2-run single in the second. Also stole a base. Let's see if he can get the Phillies another RBI here. He had a 3-run homer in last night's game to put the Phillies up 3-0 in the top of the second. Garrett looks back over at second. And Merrifield just jogs back. If Pache struggles, I can see him getting optioned to AAA and bringing up Jordan Luplow. Former Brave. Not a former Brave. The pitch. Line drive, played on the bounce, and it's off the glove of the second baseman. Here comes Merrifield. He'll try to score. The throw in time. Merrifield tried to swipe past the tag. Was not able to do so. Matt Tice just got him right on the left knee. Man, oh man, that was a rocket that was hit over towards second base. Schwarber hit a bullet. It was played on the bounce and just ricocheted off of the glove of Rengifo. And he made a really good throw to home plate. Yep, he got him. And how about the tag by Tice? Just swiped Merrifield on the back of the jersey. And that's the end of the inning. So a single, but Merrifield is out at the plate. And we go to the bottom of the 7th at Angel Stadium. I got to do a little bit of a better job staying on top of those types of things. That was a bang play. It really was. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. JJ, how do you feel about my Guardians this year? Just wondering. Your Cleveland Guardians? Well, so far so good. I mean, I know that they're on a 2-game losing streak, but no. Overall, I think that they're exceeding expectations. They had a nice sweep against the A's. They took care of business against the Red Sox the first time that they played them. Well, even the second time, too, because they ended up winning 2 out of 3 both times. So, I guess, yeah, so far so good. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th. Yeah. Bottom of the 7th, and the Angels are coming up. It's Adrianza, Neto, and Schanuel. Sorry about that. My cousins are Cleveland fans. That's where they live. That's cool. If you are new, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. We have 57 people on here watching. Tell your friends about this channel. Orion Kirkering is going to come on in relief for Matt Strom. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Remember, Zach Wheeler started off the game for the Fightins. Went 5 innings. Pitch count was pretty high at over 100 pitches. And the count is now 1-1 to Hire Adrianza, who made a nice defensive play over at third and also with a solo homer off of Zach Wheeler in the second. The 1-1 pitch, slider, or sweeper that is, at 86 miles per hour at the knees. One ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch, outside and away for ball 2. The pitch on the way, and that's fouled off. Last night, though, going back to your Cleveland Guardians, that was a heartbreaker, man. That really was. Lost 10-9. Victor Caratini had a walk-off 2-run homer. What a game. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Orion Kirkering goes with a sweeper that was downstairs and records the first out of the inning with a strikeout. Can't believe Adrianza went fishing after that, but good job. I know. I get it. 1 out. And the pitch is down low. It was a sweeper at 86 miles per hour to Zach Neto. Every time I see Neto, I just think of Howell Neto. Played for the Sixers. The 1-0 is downstairs and outside for ball 2. Howell Neto. He's 31 now. He's not in the league anymore. He's playing for the Fenerbahce basketball team. Three balls, no strikes, and the next pitch, that's on the inside corner for a strike. He's also a member of the Brazilian national basketball team, so I guess that he's going to be playing in the Olympics. And we're going to try to cover the basketball Olympics on here. I think that we're going to try to do that in the summer. 3 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch, swing and a miss. You think Mac McClung will be in the dunk contest next year? Now on the Osceola Magic? He might. I got to see Mac McClung. Nice guy. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball. Hit out over towards right field. Castellanos gets under it and I'll make the catch for out number 2. So for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I'll give you a little background on me. I graduated from Rowan in 2022. I graduated with a sports communication and media degree in the spring of 2022. And I was really lucky. I got a chance to call minor league baseball games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks and the Delaware Blue Coats, who were the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. First pitch is low and outside for a ball to Nolan Schanuel, and the 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike, was a sweeper at 85. And that was because our radio station got to partner up with them, and that was really awesome. So I got to call some really cool games that the Blue Coats and the Blue Rocks were a part of. Blue Rocks, of course, are the high affiliate of the Washington Nationals. The 1-1, that's on the outside corner for strike 2. And Schanuel still in the box. But I did this because I wanted to, get reps. The 1-2 on the way. And Schanuel, did it hit him? No, says Chad Whitson. Thought maybe it got a piece of the jersey as he went down on one knee. But yeah, I met Scott Fransky in December of 2022. There's the 2-2 by Oak. Ryan Kirkering is down low for ball 3. And Scott said to me, with all due respect, how many games did you do a week calling play-by-play? I said, 1. He said, 1? If you want to do this every day, you got to get reps. You got to get into the lab, man. 3-2 pitch is down low and inside for ball 4. And there's a 2-out walk allowed by Kirkering. And so that's why I started this channel. That's exactly why I did it. Because I thought to myself, you know what? I can record myself calling games. And we can also open this up to you guys. We're not showing the games. But we're practicing our radio play-by-play calls. You know? And we're trying to get better every single day. Joe Adell is up to bat. And the 0-1. And that's fouled off. And it's not the same as covering a team in person. You know, I'm not doing interviews with people. But just the nuts and bolts of doing the play-by-play and calling what you see, it's the best way to do it. 0-2 on the way, and that's up high for a ball. So if you do enjoy this channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Kirkering with 21 pitches. Adell still in the box. And the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Adell goes down looking. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Phillies still lead at 2-1. And they're going to come back up to bat. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I appreciate I love the idea and love the commitment. Thanks. And see, again, like, this is what makes it so cool. Is that I didn't realize, like, when I first started doing this, I thought, all right, like, let me just, like, record myself doing this, you know? Like, I really was thinking about just the future of broadcasting. Because if there's anything I learned from the pandemic, it's that things have changed. And, you know, I saw the landscape of sports broadcasting. I saw what ESPN was doing. I saw what NFL Films and NFL Network were doing. I watched, like, what went on behind the scenes, and I was fortunate that I could talk to these directors and talk to producers and talk to people behind the scenes to get an idea of how much the world really is changing. And I realized, well, if I called games off of a monitor before, why not do it on here and just record and give people access to the games, you know, that are outside of the market, or give other people another chance to listen to a different type of a broadcaster, and maybe sync up the TV if they wanted to, or just, I don't know, like, there's people that come on here that are into sports gambling and that type of thing, and want to know how their bets are going. So it's nice because, again, we can have these conversations, and it's sort of like talking to Vince Scully or Harry Kalas, and we get to take it to a new level of storytelling. That's what I love about it. It's really an art. You think Alvarado or Hoffman's going to come in for the 8th or the 9th? I think Alvarado will come in for the 8th. Actually, I don't. I think that he'll come in for the 9th because of the lefties. Trey Turner is up to bat, and he swings and misses at the first pitch for a strike. How about this? I wanted to make sure that I mentioned this, as Adam Simber is on the mound. He has a 3.38 ERA in 13 games this season. And the 0-1 is fouled off. So I wanted to mention that neither team has gotten a hit in quite some time. Phillies only have 5 hits. Angels have 5 hits too. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Turner strikes out. Simber gets the strikeout. Actually, that was a lie because there was literally a hit that just occurred not too long ago. Schwarber actually singled in the 7th. Also, Nolan Schanuel doubled in the 5th. 1 out in the 8th. Here's Bryce Harper, who steps into the box on the left side and takes the first pitch for ball 1. He's wearing his white batting gloves, has his blue sleeve on his right hand, and the 1-0 is fouled away. Harper, remember, he had a game-tying grand slam against the LA Angels back in 2022. The Phillies were down 6-2 at the time, and he tied it up and made it 6-6. The 1-1, that's inside for ball 2. It was off of Raziel Iglesias. Phillies were then trailing 7-6. That grand slam was in the bottom of the 8th, and then Bryson started a walk-off 3-run home run in the bottom of the 9th to give the Phillies a 9-7 comeback win. The 2-1, down low for ball 3. It's a hitter's count to Bryce Harper. It's also Rob Thompson's first game that he managed. Not as the interim. Well, yeah, he was known as the interim manager at the time. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Counts now full to Bryce, and he'll call for time really quickly. It'll be nice for the Phillies to get some home cooking. It seems like they've been on the road forever. 10 games, man. 3-2 pitch, line drive into center field for a base hit, and Bryce Harper is able to get a single and break the ice in the top of the 8th. I like break the ice. I'll have to write that one down. Do you guys think of any cool broadcasting analogies? I'm always looking for ways to dig up vocab and that type of stuff and try new things. Here's Alec Bohm. Comes up to the plate. Looks at a 73-mile-per-hour slider. Sidearm throw by Adam Simber. And he's ahead in the count 1-0. Alec Bohm, that is. Bohm wearing his white batting gloves. Batting on the right side with his right elbow guard. The 1-0 pitch. Fly ball. Hit out over towards deep center field. It's going back towards the track, and Moniak again makes the catch at the track. And Harper jogs back over to first as the throw was cut off by the shortstop, Neto. So Bohm has hit the ball really well out to center field. The last time he hit it was out to right center, and he just missed a homer. Warning track power, they call it. And that's the second time in a row that he has done that. Now it's JT's turn. Simber gets set and delivers the first pitch. Sinker that's inside at 86 on the gun for ball 1. Jose Alvarado is getting loosened up, so it looks like eyes above was right. The 1-0 pitch, that's on the outside corner for a strike. Since you mentioned Rowan earlier, which campus is your favorite? I love Glassboro. I really do. But Burlington County, it's nice. It is. I've never been to Gloucester, but I love the main campus. That's where I went. I was lucky. How about you, though? 1-1 pitch. That's fouled off. Just got asked if anybody wanted to go to the game with my friend. Tickets are so expensive. I can't. 1-2 on the way. Strike 3 called at the knees. And JT gets rung up on a called third strike. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Whitson issues a warning to JT. And Ward is going to come up to bat as we start off the bottom of the 8th. Also, my friend goes to Glassboro campus for radio and communications. Yep, I graduated with a sports communication and media degree. Was a part of the radio station there. Had a very fun time. Wonder who your friend is. I wonder if I know them. Because I still go back sometimes. I still go to the networking events. I still go to talk to people and keep up with you know, keep up with the school and everything. Yeah. Shot that no one's been thrown out yet. Me too. I thought maybe Harper was going to get tossed. I did. Mike, we got to get lunch, man. You, me, and Mitch, we got to get lunch, man. Ugh. All right. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do my Phillies trivia question of the day. Apologize about that. We usually do it in the bottom of the 7th. I got a little bit carried away today. So I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right. So on this day in Phillies history, okay, here's what I want to know. Which famous Philly appeared on the cover of Sport Magazine on this day? Which Phillies player, famous one, appeared on the cover of Sports Magazine on this day? His name is Dante. His first name is Dante. I think I know who it is. I think he also did Rowan Radio for a time. Might still be doing it. Yep, I know who I know who you're talking about. Dante. Yeah. He graduated. I think he graduated the year after me. Yeah. Dante. He was also in the film department too. Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. I always forget what his last name is. Mike Schmidt. That is incorrect. Jim Tomei. Incorrect. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Lazinski. Also incorrect. Keep guessing. 1 ball, no strikes to Taylor Ward. He took the first pitch upstairs. Singled in the 3rd and is 1 for 3 today. Alvarado gets set at the belt and delivers the pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit past the diving stop of Bohm. And there's a leadoff single to start off the bottom of the 8th for the Halos. Eric Bruntlett. That was funny. Mike Lazinski. No. Said that. Which famous Philly appeared on the cover of Sports Magazine on this day? Ryan Howard. There's Luis Garcia warming up in the Angels bullpen. One more guess. The pitch by Alvarado, swing and a miss. That four-seamer came in at 96 miles per hour. Todd Pratt. By the way, Scott Graham actually does teach at my college. You can go listen to that home run call that he made on Todd Pratt. 0-1 pitch. It's in the dirt. The throw over the second base to get the runner. Got him! JT Realmuto able to gun out Taylor Ward over at second base. And, well, Mike did say, and this is the wrong... I was going to say that this is the wrong way to put it, but he said he was surprised that nobody has gotten thrown out in this game. JT just threw out somebody, but not that type of a throw out. The 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Come on, man. Sometimes you just have to ruin your jokes. Come on, dude. Come on, JJ. That was a good throw, though, by JT as he was licking his chops. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. Rengifo at the plate, the switch hitting hitter is batting on the right side, and the 1-2 is inside and low for ball 2. All right, so the guy that was on the cover of Sports Magazine, was Steve Carlton in 1983 on this day, May 1st of 1983. Thank you for playing Phillies trivia with us. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch was chopped foul. Well, the effort was there, JJ, but the execution, not so much. Yep. I saw it. 2-2 pitch, ground ball hit over towards third, and it goes into left field for a base hit. So, could have been 2 runners on, but Rengifo able to get a 1-out single. Where's your bell? There it is. There it is. There's your bell. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Now it's Logan O'Hoppy's turn to come on up. O'Hoppy pinch hitting for Matt Tice. Former Philly coming off the bench. The 1 out, the first pitch. That's on the inside corner for a strike. 67 people on here watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon, and that way you'll know when I go live. The 0-1 pitch. That's outside for a ball. Alvarado, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Jose has a 4.63 ERA, 13 strikeouts this season so far. And the 1-1, it's a break or a cutter that was down low and in the dirt. Alvarado did just allow 1 hit in his last game, which was literally yesterday. And had a strikeout as well. Tying run at first, the 2-1 on the way. Line drive, hit out to left field. Sliding stop by Kyle Schwarber as he'll make the catch. Didn't really have to slide, but it took him by surprise, and he was able to make the catch, and that's what matters. That was a rocket that was hit out to left, and Kyle Schwarber able to track it down perfectly. Alvarado just got away with 1. So Hoppy lines out to left. And there's 2 away. Now it's Kevin Pillar's turn to come on up, wearing his sunglasses. Can Alvarado get out of the inning unscathed? The pitch. That's on the inside corner for strike 1. Pillar is 3 for 9 lifetime against Alvarado with a double, an RBI, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. The 0-1 popped up, hit out over towards foul ground on the right side, and it goes out of play. Just behind the MLB sign. MLB Network also covering this game as well. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 100 likes. 100 likes, come on. Hit the thumbs up button. Al, go again, do your thing. The 0-2 on the way from Alvarado. Cutter that misses badly, way inside. And it's a 1-2 count. They got 72 people on here watching. How about that? 2 outs, tie and run at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the bottom of the 8th. The leg kick and the pitch by Alvarado. Fouled off. Just 49 likes. That means 26 of you have not hit the thumbs up button yet. There you go. Now we got to 50. Let's get to 100. 1-2 is the count. Alvarado gets set at the belt. Takes a quick breath. And the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. High and away for ball 2. In the on-deck circle is Mickey Moniak. Moniak has gone hitless today. The 2-2 by Alvarado. Check swing, foul ball. That just hits the backstop, and we'll do it again. 18 pitches in this inning for Jose. Score updates. Padres lead at 6-2 in the top of the 9th against the Reds. Yankees and Orioles just got started, and those are the other 2 games going on right now. The 2-2 on the way. Line drive foul over towards left field, and it lands into about the 15th row or so. I like the way that Witt has approached the plate today. Me too. Me too. That's a very good point that you make. 54 likes, 23 more people. Come on, man. Hit the thumbs up button. That'd be really great. 2-2 pitch. High bouncer. Hit over towards third base. Bohm's going to barehand it, and he's just going to eat it up. So there's an infield single. That was a very high bouncer. And Pilar gets aboard with an infield base hit. Alvarado also tried to go after the pitch, or go after the hit as well. He actually ended up gloving it and taking it away from Alec Bohm. Bohm was going to barehand it, and Bohm was like, why'd you have to do that? That's really what happened. So now Caleb Cotham is going to go out there, and we have a timeout called. And the tying run now in scoring position for the Halos. Looks like we got a pinch hitter here for the LA Angels. It's going to be Tucker that comes on in. It's Cole Tucker. Had the day off. Vanessa Hudgens was in the house yesterday. I don't know if she's there today or not. But Tucker is 27 from Phoenix, Arizona. 2 outs, 2 runners on base, and we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pilar is over at first, and Rengifo is over at second. Alvarado looking to get out of the jam. First pitch to Tucker, way inside, a cutter at 91. I don't know if anybody's getting warmed up in the pen or not, but Tucker as a pinch hitter is batting .385 on the season, or in his career, I should say, with 2 doubles and a home run. The 1-0 looked a little bit inside, but Alvarado gets the call that time, and that'll even the count at 1 apiece. 84 people on here watching. Make sure you guys hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. The 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Went with a cutter at 92. That was low. And Alvarado is 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alvarado gets set at the belt. And the pitch. Fly ball. Hit out over towards shallow right field. Going to be a tough play. Castellanos calls everyone off. And he makes the catch. As he comes running in towards home plate, he had to call off the center fielder and Whit Merrifield over at second. And that's the end of the inning as we go to the top of the 9th. It's 2-1 Philadelphia. Going to take a very quick step off. Be right back in just a few moments. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button as well. Alrighty, baby. If you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Let me tell you guys what's coming up. All right, so later tonight we are gonna do another Sixers post-game show and talk more about what happened last night. I've yet to talk about the NFL draft. I mean, we did go live talking about what the Eagles did. We'll probably do something this weekend, but tonight we do have a Sixers. Another Sixers pod coming out. We'll talk about Game 5 and maybe what's ahead for Game 6. And then tomorrow night, Phillies are off, and we're doing Game 6. All right? And then on Friday, we got the Phillies against the Giants. Saturday, either Game 7, which I'm anticipating is going to happen, or we'll do another Phillies game. So, all right, we go to the top of the 9th inning. Nick Castellanos due up to bat, and the first pitch is taken low for a ball. Luis Garcia is going to come on to pitch the 9th for the Halos. He's gone 12 innings, 13 strikeouts, and 3 walks. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. At 96 miles per hour, Castellanos is 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts. Ended up going 3 for 4 yesterday, hitting a game-tying home run in the 9th inning to help the Phillies with that comeback win. The 1-1 pitch, that's down low for ball 2. So Tucker comes out there to play left field. O'Hoppy's now catching, and Pilar slides over to center now. So Moniak is out. 2-1 pitch, chopped foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. What's up, DFJ? Drop that link down below, baby. Hit the thumbs up button. 2-2 pitch to Castellanos, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Nick Castellanos, who was struck out all 4 times today. The Phillies have struck out 17 times today, and that is a season high. And now it's Whit Merrifield's turn to come on up. Phillies will have Hoffman pitch the bottom of the 9th, you would assume. It's 2-1 as the Phillies are looking to take the series, and the pitch is up high for ball 1. Phillies finally have an off day tomorrow, as we just mentioned, and then they play a 4-game series against the San Francisco Giants starting on Friday night. So the 10-game road trip would be over. The 1-0 pitch. And that it's Logan O'Hoppy just square on the left shin guard and maybe even in the wickets. Yikes. Everyone is struck out once in the Phillies lineup. That's a good point, Den Brew. Rough game for Nick, absolutely. DFJ, drop that link down below, man. Not the golden sombrero casty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Need Mayor Liam there. And the 1-1 on the way. Line drive into left field for a base hit. It's going to go all the way towards the wall. And Tucker's going to try to get over to it in the corner. And Whit Merrifield, have yourself a day. He's gotten on base 3 times as Garrett Stubbs celebrates in the dugout and looks back at second. And Merrifield says, "You're the man." He ripped that double out to left field. And I think he's starting to hit the ball better. So a 1-out double, and it's Edmundo Sosa's turn to bat. Phillies could definitely use some insurance here. We do have a timeout called on the mound for a quick second. O'Hoppy wants to have a conversation with Garcia. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. We got 87 people tuning in, only 55 likes. Come on, man, hit the thumbs up button, baby. Let's get to 100 likes. Edmundo Sosa today is 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. There you go. That's my boy DFJ Hoops. He dropped his link in the chat. He does a lot of great Sixers coverage. 1 out in the top of the 9th. A runner in scoring position for the Phillies. They lead it 2-1. That was back on the 2-run single hit by Kyle Schwarber. Once upon a time, it was hit in the 2nd inning. First pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike to Edmundo Sosa. There's Bryson Stott. Just have him have an off day today, and Merrifield trying to distract Garcia as he looks back over at second, and he'll take a very quick step off the mound. Oh, 1 pitch. That was almost a wild pitch. How about the block by O'Hoppy as he kept it out in front of him? Had to backhand it. It was outside. And the count is even at 1-1. Garcia is 37 years old. The 1-1 on the way. Here it is. Round ball. Hit over to third. Sliding stop. Throw over to first. I thought it was maybe going to be a little bit high, but it's in plenty of time. And there's 2 away. Throw was made over at third by Adrianza. Did everything he could, and Nolan Schanuel. It's pretty tall. Able to just keep his foot on the bag. And, well, Phillies highlights. You were right. Brandon Marsh will come in to pinch hit for Christian Pache off the bench. Somebody's holding up a sign that says Marsh for president and has a fake beard just as long as his. Got to keep it wet, though. Runner over at second. This would be huge if the Phillies can get in Whit Merrifield from second base here. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Garcia gets set and delivers and fires a strike right down Broadway at 97 on the gun. In the on-deck circle, it's Kyle Schwarber. Marsh is a pinch hitter, hitting 158. He's 3 for 19, pinch hitting wise. The 0-1 down low, and that's going to get away from Ohapi as it hits the backstop, and going over to third base is Whit Merrifield. A wild pitch. Nothing really too much that Ohapi could do there. But now the insurance run is over at third. Maybe he could have tried to block it. It just got right through the wickets. 1 ball, 1 strike. Insurance run 90 feet away from scoring. The 1-1 pitch to Marsh. Swing and a miss. Went after a splitter that was in the dirt. So he's behind in the count, 1-2. Gregory Soto is getting warmed up in the bullpen, and he's going to pitch the bottom of the 9th, it seems. Surprised. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Another splitter, and Marsh got fooled. And that's the end of the inning. Phillies were able to get a double from Whit Merrifield, and they strand him over at third, but they are 3 outs away from winning the series out at Angels Stadium. I was thinking that he was going to go with a splitter again, and I was right. I didn't want to say it, but I was right. If you are new to the channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. Whit needs more playing time. Well, where are you going to put him, man? Like, this team is good. Like, they really are, man. Phillies highlights. More like Phillies profit plus. Yep. I don't know where you put him, man. Every single day, like Marsh and Stott, like this lineup is stacked, dude. I know that we criticize the Phillies, like when they don't execute, but on paper from top to bottom, this is like the best team in baseball. Weakest player is probably Nick, but he could get hot soon. Well, he homered last night. Hit a game-tying home run and was clutch. And ended up going 3 for 4. I'm just saying. Soto, Thompson, are you nuts? Phillies have struck out 18 times today. That, of course, is a season high. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Angels down to their final 3 outs of the series. Both teams scored in the second, and that was the only offense provided today. Phillies got a 2-run single by Kyle Schwarber. Then there was a solo home run that was hit by Ahire Adrianza. So Soto has been so-so with a 7.27 ERA in 8 2/3 of an inning. 10 strikeouts, 6 walks allowed. Was, of course, acquired by the Phillies a couple of years ago from the Tigers. We're in the bottom of the 9th. And here's the first pitch. It's inside and low to Adrianza. Sitting 286. His first homer of the season back in the second. 8-9-1 due up. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Went with a high fastball. And Adrianza chased after it. One ball, two strikes. And the next pitch, ground ball, hit over towards the middle. Merrifield has it and throws over to first. And there's the first out. Whit Merrifield able to play up towards the middle of the diamond. And the first out is recorded in the bottom of the ninth. Carson Fulmer, in case the Angels are able to take this to extra innings, he will pitch. He would pitch the 10th if that happens. First pitch by Soto, and that should have been called a strike, but it's called a ball. Just in the zone, but a little bit high in the eyes of Whitson. Zach Neto is up to bat, and the 1-0 pitch. Oh, that's called a strike. That looked a little bit outside. So I guess it evens things up, literally and figuratively, at 1-1. Next pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards left field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. It takes about 2 bounces. Schwarber's going to throw it over to second base, and staying put over at first is Zach Neto. That's the second time today that Zach has been able to get on base. So the tying run's over at first, and now it's Nolan Schanuel who will step in to the box as we flip the lineup card for the 5th time today. Neto is 2 for 4, leads off over at first, and Schanuel steps into the box, and the pitch is inside for ball 1. I'm Dominican, so I can say this, but I hope this pitcher does okay. Our Dominican pitchers have been horrible lately. 1 ball, no strikes. Tying run at first. Go ahead run at first, or at the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball right through the hole into past the first baseman for a base hit. And going over to third base now is Neto. And the tying run is at third. So back-to-back singles by Neto and Schanuel. And it's Joe Adell's turn to come up. Adell has struck out twice. He's also grounded out. Actually, Adell has struck out 3 times. Forgot that he struck out in the 7th, too. Let's see what happens here. Things getting dicey now. I don't know what Ron Washington was pointing to. But there's 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Somebody get ejected? Did Ron Washington get ejected? Rob Thompson's going to go out there. I'm really confused as to what's going on right now. Did Rob get... Rob Thompson is going back to the dugout. Huh. Phillies are 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position today. Angels are 0 for 8. As of now. First pitch to Adell. Here it comes. Fastball with high gas right down the middle of the plate for strike 1. Let's see if Gregory Soto can work out of this jam. Ward waits in the on-deck circle, and the 0-1 is low for ball 1. Angels have put up 10 hits today. And have only scored 1 run, and that was on a solo homer. The 1-1, swing and a miss. That slider was nothing but trouble in the dirt. One and 2 is the count on the breaking pitch thrown by Soto. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss. The second out of the inning is recorded as Soto went 99 on the upper third of the zone. And that's the second out of the inning, so the Angels are down to their final out. The tying run's at third, and the winning run is over at first. And, well, the world is on Taylor Ward's shoulders. The world is on Ward's shoulders. That's that stuff. Here's Soto, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that bounces just in front of JT. Almost got behind him, and the count is 1-0. Ward today, the designated hitter, is 2 for 4. He's singled in the third, lined out in the fifth, and singled in the eighth. The 1-0 pitch inside for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Soto takes a quick breath and throws the pitch and throws a slider right down the middle of the plate for strike 1, taken all the way by Ward. Rengifo waits in the on-deck circle. Phillies looking to get their final out of the series. The 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out towards left field. It's going back towards the track. Schwarber just has room, and he'll make the catch. The Phillies hang on and get a win against the Halos, and they win the series as they'll go home and end their West Coast road trip. Man, that barely stayed in. Could have been a walk-off homer. Kyle Schwarber made the catch out at the warning track, and the Phillies win. Ward just missed a home run by a couple of inches. How about that? And Soto smiles as he hugs JT Realmuto, and JT gives him a pat on the head, the baseball cap, and Soto tips his cap to Kyle Schwarber. All right, so the Phillies end up winning this game by a final score of 2-1, and they will come on home to face the Giants for a 4-game series starting on Friday night going into Monday. So the Giants will be coming to town. And then when we take a look at the schedule further on, let's do that right now. So the Phillies have an off day. They were out in Anaheim. They play the Giants for 4 games. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, they're at home versus Toronto for a 2-game set. They're then off on Thursday. And then they play, they play a lot of games. They head to Miami for 3 games for next weekend, from the 10th to the 12th, and then they're in New York. They play a 2-game set in New York, and then they go back home and play a 2-game set against the Mets then as well. Then they're home versus Washington, and then they're off and play against Texas on May 21st to the 23rd. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Biggest takeaways from today. Zach Wheeler was not his best today. He did not have his best stuff, but guess what? He got the job done. The bullpen did just enough. Give them credit. I can't believe Soto almost gave up a home run there. He literally just bailed out Rob Thompson. But great game, though. Got to see Kyle Schwarber get a 2-run single, and he was playing out in left field, and he was able to make the catch to end the game. So that's a really cool story. And, great game for the Phils. They got the win, and that's what matters the most. When we take a look at the NL standings, Phillies were able to lock up their 21st win of the season, and they are now 21-11. They're a half game behind the Atlanta Braves in the NL East, who are 20-9. So the Phillies, as of now, have the best record in baseball, and that's where they stand. Got the win, and that's what matters. Hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, And again, no Phillies tomorrow night. We're doing the Sixers, obviously, at 9 o'clock. The schedule is really throwing us off. I want to thank you all for tuning in. You know, for those of you that have really been keeping up with my baseball stuff, you guys know that this is the busiest time of the year for me. So, obviously, Sixers take priority every time that they play. But we're trying. We're trying to definitely stay consistent and give you as much as we possibly can with the baseball stuff. So, I'll tell you that it's going to eventually get easier once we get to at least the middle of June. I don't know what's going to happen, but, you know, it's eventually going to settle down. And by the summertime, we'll be back on for baseball almost every day. So, all right. Yep. I love you all so much. And I will catch you all tomorrow night. If you guys tune into the Sixers game, please come on. Please support the channel. Hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button on your way out. I appreciate you all so much. And I will catch you all on the next one, baby. See you later.